So I watched a video on YouTube called Top 5 Ways to Stop Balding Naturally and Keep Your Hair by username OKRaw, who's quite popular on YouTube. And he had a special guest on his show by the name of Dr. Robert Lockhart, who is a 80-10-10 or raw fruitarian. He's been eating this way for many years, and he wanted to give some insight into what he believes will help stop baldness and losing your hair. I watched through the video. There were some things that were said that were positive, but there was also a lot of things that were said which I don't fully agree with and kind of misleading. So that's why I really wanted to make a video response to this video, just to share my thoughts and opinions on this. First of all, I'll say right off the bat that I think this video is really intended to try to convert people into 80-10-10 or a raw or vegan lifestyle, which isn't a bad thing. A lot of people could do really well going from a standard American processed junk food diet to more natural whole foods like fruits and vegetables. That's amazing. That's awesome. If people do that, they'll experience phenomenal health. But with that being said, it would be a disservice not to tell the full truth. So in this video, I'd just like to briefly share that if you are a raw vegan or a raw fruitarian and you stick to something like that for a very long time, you can run into some deficiencies like protein, fat deficiencies, calcium. And I can put a link down below in the description box where you can read more about this. But special care needs to be taken if you are planning on sticking to something like that for a long time. And I would recommend that you get regular blood work to make sure that everything's okay. Now, he claims that he was about 25 years old. He was eating a high-protein, high-fat, animal-based diet, and he claims that his hair started to fall out. Then he started to get rid of the animal products and pretty much go low-fat vegan overnight, and his hair stopped falling out. This is what he claims. In the video, he doesn't really back up any of his claims with any evidence or proof. Not that he doesn't have any, but he didn't share any of that information with us in the video. So it does make me a little bit skeptical when people make claims like that. Now, even if he does have actual proof, like before and after pictures, showing indeed that his hair was falling out and then he changed his diet and his hair stopped falling out, it doesn't necessarily mean then that anybody who adopts what he did is going to get the same results. Because everybody's different. Everybody's got different factors. The reason why somebody else's hair might be falling out could be completely different than the reason that his hair was falling out. He says that you really shouldn't use any shampoos and conditioners. That's true if you're using bad chemical products, but there's a lot of really good natural organic shampoos and conditioners and hair care products out there that I would recommend, and that will keep your hair healthy and free from, the sebum and stuff that gets clogged in the hair follicles. This will help to encourage hair growth. He mentions that coconut oil is really bad to take internally. But he recommends putting it on, massaging it into the head. And that's good because coconut oil will help to moisturize and keep the hair, soft and moisturized. Of course, he recommends a really low-fat diet, 80-10-10, so 10% of your calories as fat, which is pretty low. And I wouldn't recommend that low of a fat diet, only because your hair does need good, healthy fats, like omega-3. And, maybe the reason why he's putting the coconut oil on the head and his hair is because his hair would naturally be dry otherwise. And brittle. Dry hair breaks more easily than moisturized hair. So if you're eating a healthy diet, your hair will naturally be moisturized. And the other point I would like to make is that coconut oil is great at killing candida because of the caprylic and lauric acid content in it. Basically pokes holes in yeast, and a lot of people have candida, so it's beneficial. Coconut oil contains lauric acid, which is really great for your immune system. Lauric acid is only found in great quantities in breast milk. Coconut oil is a fabulous source of that, one of the few foods actually. And of course there's scientific research and studies obviously that's been done on coconut oil showing that it is beneficial and has a lot of good benefits. So for him to say that it's not good for you is really kind of in line with this whole saturated fat is bad for you, causes heart disease and whatnot. So I'd really encourage you guys, if you don't know much about that information, look that up, research it. But other than that, a lot of the points, eating fruits and vegetables, that's all good. That's healthy food. It'll help to encourage hair growth. Antioxidants help slow the aging process, which will help to slow a genetic predisposition to balding. So in other words, just because you might have the genes to go bald, if you can slow the aging process, you're going to slow the rate at which that gene is expressed. And that could possibly be the reason why he's still retaining the hair that he has. I'm going to make a part 2 of this, because sometimes this cuts out when I'm recording on webcam. So stay tuned and please watch part 2. Thanks.